Welcome to MMA Fancast. My name is Luke Payson. Welcome back for everyone who is already a subscriber to the channel. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe so you can see more great interviews, including the one coming at you right now. Returning guest on the show, Cam Jenkins, a couple months ago made his MMA debut. Very impressive 61-second KO, TKO knockout. Now back on to talk about the upcoming 247 Fighting Championships Brawl in the Burgh fight that you have on June 29th. I think you're on the 21.5 card. Nope.
Yep.
Yes, you
Yeah,
are
early in
on
the day.
you're in the middle of the day. Yes, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Happy to be back.
And now that I was kind of starting to talk about, because for people that don't know, you should really check out 247fighting.com. There's a doubleheader event, 21 and a half, which Cam, you're on that, and then 247 Brawl in the Burgh, 22 later that evening. What was it like for you to be taking a fight after such a good first fight? Did that really kind of help your confidence? Obviously, making a debut, it went about as good as you could have hoped for it.
Yeah. I would like to turn around that next month and take a fight, but we were trying to look around and see who wanted to, and there was not a lot of people who said yeah, but this opportunity came up, and like I couldn't pass this up. Like 5 or 247s, they've been helping Lucas out. Lucas is fighting on their card and everything else, and him being the main event, like that was something I couldn't pass up.
Yes, I saw the 247 people need to go to 247 Live app, download it. You can watch for free. Some of the information is you pay for it with a subscription, but you can watch for free a great combat sports podcast where they talk about the fact that you guys, you and Lucas, are childhood friends, been training together forever. You're representing right now the Stout gym, even though you also train out of it, Mortal Martial Arts. So what's it like? One, to be off to a great start in your career, and then also to be on the card. Lucas Siebert is the main event, and you are on that card.
Well, just being on this card with Lucas is like it kind of reminds me back of like when we were growing up, like being in middle school together and high school together, like wrestling. And he was always 106, and I was always right in the middle of it. So it's kind of funny now that it slipped. He would always wrestle before me, and now I'm about to fight before him on the card. So it's a bit of a change. It's funny though. I like it. So I mean, I'm just super happy to be doing it. I couldn't imagine a better time to be doing it. Like second fight in when his first main event too. So opportunity came and thought I was a good idea to seize it while I was there.
Yeah, that is fantastic. How have you been splitting your time as far as training goes? What's your training regimen? Have you been out in Ohio training at Immortal, or how much are you training at Stout?
So I'm still still maintaining partner. So usually an injury here real quick. Now we're back to it. So strike and class pretty much every day of the week. And then on Mondays and Wednesdays, I coach little kids classes. So that's always fun.
That is great. That is great. We're having a little bit of problems technically, but I think it's working out. So I appreciate everyone's patience. We're just going to keep rolling with the technical issues. Talk a little bit about your opponent, Ron Peters. He made his debut, which he lost for 247. But since then, in Muay Thai or kickboxing, he's gone 3-1. And you obviously mentioned that you do striking every day. So, what are your thoughts on facing an opponent who obviously has a pretty good skill set in striking?
I'm excited for it. So we went back and watched some of his fights, his kickboxing fights. I saw that I was like, yeah, it looks like fun. Asked, and then I just sent Lucas and Josh because we have a group chat, and so pretty much how I decided my opponent's like, we'll send it. I'll send it. I'll get it from Rick. I'll send it in the group chat, and then Lucas and Josh were like, yep, let's do it, and that's how it happened. So that came up, and that's what happened. But I'm super excited to fight a striker. I plan on staying on my feet more this time. Last time I just took him down and then ground and pound. I want to show that I have skills in striking as well. So,
Well, that makes a lot of sense. It's great, you've been friends for your whole life, basically, with Lucas Seabird, who's now he was an undefeated amateur champ. Now he's an undefeated pro fighter. So it's kind of that cool network that fighters not only train together and work together and are buddies and brothers, but also it's kind of fun to get their feedback on your opponents and kind of you start strategizing things like that. What you mentioned wanting to strike more. What are your thoughts on the fight? Do you want to make a prediction? What are your thoughts about the 29th?
I'm aiming for a finish. I'm aiming for another finish for sure. Not sure when it'll come. Hopefully first or second round, but I'm looking for a finish.
Well, that's why you're already a very not only talented but exciting fighter. The fact that your first MMA fight ended by finish, why not keep the ball rolling if you can and continue to finish fights? There's so much to look forward to. People need to be following 247 Fighting Championships on Facebook. They've announced a lot of pro fights for the 22 card, the evening card, but there's a lot more fights to be announced for the 21 and a half card. There's going to be some Muay Thai for the first time ever inside the 247 cage. So a lot of great things happening. Always good to have you on the show, Cam. I can't wait to see you. It's obviously a dream for you and Lucas to both be on the same card together, and it's just going to be a great event. This is an opportunity for me to really encourage people to get either the pay-per-view through the 247 Live app or tickets, 247fighting.com. Ryan Middleton, the owner of 247, made a great case for anybody from the Lucas Seabird or in this case, also Cam Jenkins hometown to make the trip out to the Pittsburgh area, to the Monroeville Convention Center for the June 29th card to be able to support both Cam Jenkins, my guest currently, and Lucas Seabird, who was already on MMA Fancast the day it was announced that he was the main event of 21 and a half. He was on, so people need to watch this, of course, if you already are. Thank you. And also watch the Lucas Seabird interview as well. So super honored to have you on the show. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thank
You
you.
have a great rest of the time. Yes, go ahead. If you got something else to say, go for it.
Oh, just shout out to Immortal Martial Arts. On top of that, so I just want to give a quick shout out to some of my sponsors. So Cold Control, RR Realty Prep, Hex Code Magazine, Touch of Class Cleaning. Shout out to them. They really helped me a lot. They make it possible to do it. I mean, working 40 hours a week, it's nice to have some money to help with the injuries come up or anything else like that if I need gear. So yeah, shout out to them.
Yes, indeed. I'm thankful that you were able to get so many great sponsors, and a big thanks to me and the MMA Fancast community for sponsors, particularly MMA sponsors, Muay Thai sponsors, that type of sponsors for amateurs and early pros. That's right at the time where a fighter could sometimes decide not to keep training because of, like you said, injuries or stress or finances. So it really makes a big difference. A lot of times, I think sponsors might sometimes think, "Oh, I'll wait until they make it big," and by the time somebody's in the UFC, the sponsorships are now controlled and different anyhow. So really, sponsorships need to be amateurs all the way up through early pros to really help somebody like you become a great fighter in the future. So really appreciate you coming on the show. Thank you to all the sponsors that have sponsored you. If you know that sponsor, if that sponsor is in your area, not only go and give them business with whatever their businesses are, you had a good variety of businesses, but make sure you say that you heard from Cam Jenkins. That's going to help sponsors know that he's getting the word out. That's a big deal to sponsors to know that their athletes are spreading the word. That helps everybody. And we got to always be in business to help each other. Thanks so much for coming on the show. Can't wait. People need to get their tickets for the 247 Fighting Championships double event card, June 29th. Brawl in the Burgh, 21 and a half, and Brawl in the Burgh, 22. Thanks so much. My special guest today, Cam Jenkins, for coming on the show. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
You got it. Take care. Best skills to you.